Hi guys, and welcome to RG Handhelds once again. Today we're checking out the Rabbitt Labs replacement screen for the H4M. I'm going to replace the screen today. So this one comes with a standard screen, and this is an upgraded Rabbitt Labs screen. So we're going to see what kind of difference it makes. It should have a bit better colors and so on. So let's go ahead and get this changed. So firstly, video is going to be done in stages. Remove any items from the device that you may have on there, like these. So that's my external items removed. Also, if you have a memory card in there, you may want to just pop it out so you can get this out. There you go. So that's the first step. Second step is to start removing the screws. These are the Rabbitt Labs screws, you can see, the metal screws they have sent me. So you can see I've now gone ahead and removed all 4 screws here from the device. This cover should simply come off quite easily. And all we're going to be doing is removing this whole front piece. It should just basically pull off. So hopefully with a little bit of force, it should start coming apart. Of course, it's pushed in with connectors. Just gotta gently release it as so. So we're gonna put that piece away, and this is the piece that we are interested in for removing the screen on the device. So the first job we need to do is release the pins that are holding the screen, which are these ones here. And to do that, I would recommend just something like a simple pair of tweezers or something. Once I find a pair. So I recommend something like these tweezers. So all you're simply gonna do, so try and zoom in for you. There we go. So you're gonna see I'm gonna lift this little pin on the up position. I believe they go in the up position. Let's just try the little thumb. There you go. Now you don't want to put too much pressure on it. This one's a bit on the tight spot because you got the speaker right next to it. A bit awkward. I put the speaker literally right next to it. Let me see if I can get this one off. So I have managed to release it. You can see now with these tweezers. It is a bit tricky. So this should just slide out. There you go. That's the main aim, is to be very gentle. Move the wires if you have to. You can see I just slid that very gently. There you can see the connector. So now you need to start removing this actual screen from the device, and I believe it is just stuck on with some sticky tape. So you need to get under the actual screen. I've got one of these little and then just get to the tape and pry up very gently. I'm trying to release the tape from the bottom of the screen. I can see it went there, so let's try the other side, and it just makes it that little bit easier to remove the screen. I can see it's getting to the tape, the sticky tape underneath, and releasing it. There you go, I felt something. So just the bottom left now. We'll get to it from the corners. There you go. Seems to have released, and maybe this corner. But you gotta remember there's some guides in each corner, so you have to be very careful with them guides. And simply lift it up, and that's removed the screen. What in good lords is that? Well, anyways, so that is how you remove a screen from the device. And then all we're going to do is fit the screen. So you can see the tape has been I've damaged the tape basically, so forget that. I have some double sticky 3M tape, so what I'll do, I'll put strips here on the new screen and we'll place it down. So you can see I've gone ahead and stuck on some 3M tape there in 3 different places, so it firmly sticks on. And you have these, if you see them, these little guides on each corner. That's how you know it's going to sit. These holes will sit in here, which will guide the screen into its place, so it does not move about, hopefully. Well, that's the aim, so I'm going to try to seat the guides in first, so I know it's in the right place. There's one guide up the top there, and this should just, if you wiggle it, there you go, I can tell it's seated now. I just felt it. And then just gently press down on the edges of the screen, not with too much pressure, just to seat the tape. And maybe just a little bit of pressure in the middle, because there's a tape in the centerpiece as well. So I can see the guides have seated in. You must check that they're not protruding or out, and you're good to go to get the rear seated back in. And we're going to attempt to get this back in. So make sure your guides are in the up position. Move these wires out the way if you need to, and simply push in the screen like so. Make sure it's all the way in, guys, and then simply use your tweezers to push the guides back. Do give it a bit of force. Use your finger if you have to. This is of course sticky here, so you can just go ahead and sticky this down to relieve the pressure off that, and then you can try and get them in now. They are a bit stubborn to get in. There's one in, so I just have one more to go. I don't want to press it too hard, you see. It's a bit awkward because simply off it's so close to that. I think that's in. Yep. We are in. This one's still a little bit protruding. And that's back in again. So just make sure they're in. And you're good to go. And just be careful of this ribbon here. You could just kind of like make a little fold there gently, and it will take the pressure off any strain, like so. I think we're good there, guys. And put the wires back where they were. I believe they were tucked under there. Okay. So we're going to try and get this thing powered up and see what happens. First we need to place it back onto its and that should be pretty simple by gently pushing it back onto the one thing we need to do. So I've gone ahead and lined everything up, just gently push him down on the, try and get the edges, not on, don't push down on the screen, just try and push down on these edges. And all we want to do is make a connection to the main board, and you can see right there that that's connected. There's a bit out there you can see, so that's in now as well. And try and get this side down and this side. So I think we are all good and seated. Again, not too much pressure, guys, or you'll end up breaking it. I think we're good. You need to really apply pressure equally around all sides, but the screws will hopefully push it in. So I believe we're all ready here, guys. Now the moment of truth. Try and power this thing up, and we have liftoff. There you go, guys. So we know it powers on. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing back together. So simply screwing the device back together. There was a little issue I did encounter, but I've resolved it now, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not too sure, but basically this little flap here, I had to fold it to get it in, otherwise it was covering this SD card slot. So I had to fold it, and then somehow it's full fitted in there. So I'm happy with that. And the main thing is it's powered up, and you can see there. It does look better than the last one, but I'll take some pictures of before, which I'll have, and the after, and we'll compare them. But that is how you change a screen on the Hacker RF H4M. That's the old screen, guys. Pretty simple. That's the model number if you want to know. Looks like it was a pretty new screen, 2025, 4th of the 10th. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.